Hey guys, today I thought that we would play with some hot new makeup. I have 4 new releases that we're going to be trying today. So if you guys are curious to see what they are, how they apply, and what I think of them, then just keep watching. So let's jump right in. And first thing is this On The Glow stick from Pixi. It says with ginseng and glycolic acid, multi-use moisture stick. The instructions are, well, it's supposed to increase moisture level immediately and long term, to use twist base to propel or repel product. Swipe gently onto the skin, pat access into the skin with fingertips, and close lid after each use. Vitamin D2, which is an antioxidant, ginseng, which revitalizes and balances, and glycolic acid, which moisturizes and renews. So let's see what this does. Looks kind of like a deodorant. Let's see what it looks like on the back of the hand. Okay, so it just looks like a dewy, glowy stick. No fragrance that I can tell. It looks a little greasy, so I wonder how this is going to work long term. So I'm just going to apply this to the areas that get dry, which are my under eye area and my chin. So I'm just going to apply it here and see kind of what it does on one side versus the other. Okay, so you can kind of see the areas that I've applied it to are a bit slick. So I'm going to pat that in. Feels very greasy right now. Alright, so I'm going to give this a minute to soak in. It honestly just feels like oil. So I'm not sure how well this is going to sit on my skin. I'm not sure if this is going to break my skin out, but that's why we are trying it. So first product down, let me give this a minute to soak in and we'll move on to the next new product. Okay, so I went ahead and applied the Sunday Riley Influencer Foundation and a little bit of Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer to the face, and I did go ahead and set the under eye with typical H&M porcelain powder. But now let's try the Too Faced Do You Fresh Glow Translucent Setting Powder. Box looks like this, really pretty. Claims it says set your makeup and brighten your complexion with this translucent illuminating powder that blurs imperfections by diffusing light. Infused with dewy watermelon and cucumber, the talc-free formula leaves you draped in a radiant veil of perfection. Sounds like it's gonna smell amazing and look amazing, so let's see. Translucent Radiant Pearl. I don't know if there's more than one shade. Cute. So it has like the watermelon on the front. You can see the powder through the bottom, which I like, so you can actually see the color of the powder. Okay. It comes with a lid inside so that powder doesn't go everywhere, so I do appreciate that. And then a sticker inside to make sure that everything is new and fresh. I definitely smell the watermelon. It comes with the mesh net inside. As you can see, the powder has already kind of come through. It's very finely milled. Let's see what the shade looks like. Ooh. That's pretty. So it looks like it has just like a slight hint of like, I would say like a pink undertone with a bit of iridescence to it. That looks really pretty. Definitely smells like watermelon. I'm not sure I'm getting cucumber. Definitely watermelon, but I'm not complaining about that. So I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk powder brush, dip into the product, tap off a little excess in the lid, and we're going to set one side of the face and see kind of what the difference is on set to set. Oh, that does not look very good. Okay, so this powder is giving me an iridescent pink glow to the face. So I'm not so sure that I'm going to use this as a setting powder. This might be really excellent as like a buffing powder at the end of your makeup to kind of add that like sheen to the skin. I do use this powder that I'm holding right now from MAC as like an all-over buffing powder, but this one's more like apricot peach, and the one that I'm trying today is more like an iridescent pink. So I'm gonna say that this is not so much a setting powder unless you want an overall pink sheen to your face. Let me do a flash test real quick and show you what it looks like with flash. Okay, so as you can see from the picture, while it isn't giving me a white cast, it definitely makes this side of the face look brighter. So I'm just going to go ahead and set the rest of my face with this powder just so everything looks uniform, and then we'll move on. Can you guys see the iridescence on my chest? I kind of just rubbed it all over my chest right here. You can kind of see the iridescent pink glow, and you can kind of see it on my forehead as I'm turning. You kind of get that pinky glow. Okay, so not what I was expecting. I was expecting a setting powder with a hint of sheen, and what I got is more of like a pinky powder. If it says Radiant Pearl, I think of pearls as being like white or colorless. I think this should be like Radiant Rose, maybe. That would be a better shade name for this than Radiant Pearl, because pearl indicates that it has no color. But I'm not going to say I hate this. I just don't think that it's great as an all-over setting powder on the forehead, maybe on the cheekbones. Like right now I'm getting a lot of pinky glow in the pore area, which is not usually what I want. So I'm going to hop off, add some pore filling powder to that area just to kind of redeem this, and we'll be back to do the next product. Okay, so I went ahead and did the brows and added some bronzer. I used a little bit of the Maybelline City Bronzer in Light and the Wet n Wild Bronzer in Sunset Striptease to kind of warm up the face. I'm still seeing lots of pinky glow all over the face. So let's add some more glow with the blush palette from Alamar Cosmetics. I personally love the Reina del Caribe palette volume 1. I use it often, so I have high hopes for this one. I love the packaging. It's really pretty. This one is the shade for Fair to Light, and the shades inside are Castaway, Preso, and Scorcher. Oh, and the names are printed on the palette as well. This is what they look like: Castaway, Preso, and Scorcher. So it looks like we have two peachy ones and a nice rose one in the center. So let's start with swatches. I mean, this is beautiful. I love the imprint of their logo. Very soft, very pigmented from what I can see. So here's the first blush. Ooh, that's pretty. The second and the third. So the first one is a bit too orange for me to wear, but if you have like that Irish skin tone, I feel like you might really enjoy this one. Like I can think of a couple friends that this would look beautiful on. But these two look really nice. This is more pink and this one's more peach. They all have like a hint of sheen to them. The pink is the least sheeny of the three. These both have a bit more of like a shimmer to them. So we'll give it a try. I have my Sonia Kashuk blush brush here. I think I'm going to go in with Preso and then possibly top it off with Scorcher. Okay, so here is with blush, here is without. I know it's hard to tell because I already have that like pinky glow powder all over my face, but I think that's really nice. It's very natural. I feel like the tones of these are not exactly what I would want. I would want a more nudie tone one, more of like a brown tone, and maybe more of a pink. So with this being two kind of orangey shades, it's not something that's necessarily appealing to my personal tastes. But let me try Scorcher on top and see what that does. Okay, it definitely adds some glow to the cheeks, which I already had. I don't know. I liked the formula, and I think that the consistency is very nice. I am not faulting the formula at all. I'm just not sure I'm loving the shades in this particular trio. I was dying to get the one that had more of like the nudie tone ones. So maybe I'll have to pick that one up once I see how long this lasts on my skin. So I'm just gonna even up my face here. Okay, so you can kind of see the blush on both sides now. It's a bit evened out. It's pretty, it's just not blowing me away. It's not like the ideal tone for my skin color right now. This might be prettier as I get a little bit of a tan as we go into the summer. For right now, formula's good, just not sure that I'm loving the colors for myself. Alright, and the final hot new product in this video is this MAC shadow. Let me take it out of the box so you can see how beautiful this is. A+ for packaging right off the bat. This is the shadow called Joy 2, and it's from the Shiny Pretty Shadow Collection. It looks, like right now when I'm looking at it, it looks like a mauvey purple. But when you swatch it, it goes from silver to blue to purple to mauve. It has all of these different colors in it, so I cannot wait to try this one. So I'm going to pop on a little base shadow, and then we'll be back to try the star of the show. Okay, so I went ahead and added some shades from the Smashbox LA Covershot palette. I was stuck with like these cool tone shades down here, this one, the brown, the purple, and then just a pop of this bright purple just to kind of brighten things up. I'm getting those vibes from this shadow, so now I want to apply this one. I'm going to try dry first, and then I will dampen my finger, like spray my finger with a setting spray, and then we will try it that way as well. That's so pretty. So that's the shade Dry. It seems to sheer out a bit the more you rub it in. So perhaps with like a tacky base or a shadow base underneath, it would work even better. I'm going to use a little bit of my Morphe spray here, and we'll try on the other eye. Ooh, do you see that shine? That is beautiful. Ooh, that's beautiful. On the finger, I'm seeing purple, I'm seeing violet, I'm seeing silver, I'm seeing gray. Really, really pretty. Whenever the sun starts peeking through my backdrop, the light gets a little wonky, so I have to turn up my ring light a lot for you guys to see what I'm actually seeing. So if it's a little washed out, I apologize, but I feel like you're not going to see the detail because of the lighting issues we're having right now, but this is beautiful. I'm so glad that Mel Thompson let me know about this beautiful shadow before it was gone. There were like 2 left at Macy's when I went to the MAC counters, so don't miss out. All right, so I'm just gonna finish kind of blending this shadow in, finish the lower lash, and put on some mascara, and I'll be right back to talk about what I think of these products. Okay guys, so here is the eye makeup all finished. I am obsessed with the way that it turned out. I ended up applying a little bit of the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Primer and then the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I know they're not necessarily meant to go together, but that's what I did. And I love the way that it turned out. I love that this shadow goes silver, blue, and pinkish purple. So you can kind of pair it with any color. You can go purple, you can go more pink route, you can go more neutral, you can go more blue tone. Such a fun, beautiful shadow. So great job, MAC. Keep it up. So obviously, love this one. Highly recommend. The Alamar Cosmetics Blush Palette. I think the formula is beautiful, and I do like the way that it looks on my face now that everything's kind of settled in, but these are not necessarily my preferred shades. Hold. Right now I have really been into this more like cool tone blush shade. It's just very different from the 3 shades in this palette, so I'm looking for more like this tone, and I got these 3. So they're going to be fun to play with for the summer, but they're not necessarily my like shades that I am drawn to that I will wear every single day. So fun if I have like more of a peachy look, more of a pinky look, but for my everyday I go for more of like nudie tone blushes or more of like a mauve tone blush. So good product, good formula. I would recommend if these are shades you like, but they do offer several different shade options, so check them out on their website. The Pixi On The Glow Multi-Stick. Let me see. My under eye area does not look any more hydrated on this side than it does on this side. I used it on the chin, and it's already looking dry around the mouth area. So I'm going to say that this one's not doing anything for me as of right now, but it does say you might see a difference over time. And it also says use on the face, lips, body, and hair. So I think this is more of like an instant hydration type of thing. If your skin is really dry, you might like this, but for me, I'm going to say this is a pass. I have combination skin. Don't really think that I need that. And finally, the Too Faced Do You powder. I still have the pink glow on my forehead, which I kind of like with this eye look. Maybe not so much with like the peachy blush. So while I would not say that this is a setting powder unless you want your entire face to have this pinky glow to the skin, I think this is a beautiful buffing powder, a beautiful finishing powder, or even if you like subtle highlights and you like them in the pink tone family, this would be a beautiful subtle highlight. As a setting powder, I'm going to say not for me. So I like it for other purposes. I will continue to use it. I love the fragrance, but as a all over setting powder, too much pinky glow for me. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me try out these hot new products. If you did enjoy this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.